Hello everybody, welcome back to the Windrunner channel. Today we're going to be looking at our Alexiel guide for our M2 solo raid. Now, because of the recent events and the events that are about to come, there will be a lot of series of loot incoming for you guys. Usually every anniversary they will give you a lot of M1 equipment and M2 equipment weapons, so you should be able to get them relatively easily. So this is based off that setup that you have been accelerated and may have a lot more items to work with. Generally, if you need some more other items to work with, such as 6 dragons, which is the wellness tier rates, I should recommend that you should go do those as well if you can, because they also drop sand. But without further ado, this is roughly about a few months into progression. I would assume you can probably do this really fast in MacFest. Level up to a certain level, and you still need to hit the quota for about 150 or so kills before you get the ability to do the raid in one time basically. So it's basically they have now 3 times, but you can do it in one. So basically you save down the time you cut in terms of trying to grind for everything on M2. And M2 is still going to be needed even after you don't need the weapons, because the orbs, the animals are used for other weapons upgrades and character upgrades. So you need to farm them still. And this is showing you how you can unlock the solo achievement so that you can get it to skip. You can do the pro skip on M2 now. So this is one of them. If you have not seen the previous M2 skip series, please go to the previous video guide videos and go watch them. Yeah, then they have a more altered basically point of view of what I'm trying to do here. So basically in this series, what I'm trying to do is, in short, I'm trying to give you the best setup in terms of what you have as a free to play, right? You may not have anything over here, you just started, and maybe you did not farm this guy over here doing the Rise of the Beast. This was recorded after Rise of the Beast, so if you did not get it, you can get it at the next Rise of the Beast. I think they have a lenient drop rate, and they drop the orb every single Rise of the Beast for now anyway, in before they change it. And yeah, you want to get the Stormburn weapon skill, support skill for this particular case. With that said though, I'm not using him for his main stat, so if you have him just at 0 star, I think he's completely usable and fine. As you can see, there's no plus symbol, so you just need him in the back line. As for Sleeping Potato Estorella, he's just here to support buffs. If you don't have him, it's fine as well. You can just put any backline supporter, or if you have any better characters from your pools, you can put it behind. Preferably those that can sub in and destroy the enemies. Right? Now, as you can see here, I have the Monica, which you can get it from Arcarium. Arcarium might be quite hard, but now with M2 given out, I don't think the difficulty is that horrible anymore. The problem is getting a summon. Now, as you can see, it's a 2020 summon, but it doesn't have the main effect upgraded yet. So I'm just using this based on main effect and slightly above HP increase and attack increase. You should be around level 150 to level 200 for your summons if you can, and if not, you just have to borrow a double Tiamat. This team I've calculated or built based on what you can have, based on all the side stories you can get. This is from the Lelouch side story, this is from the Persona side story, and this is for, I don't remember which side story, but it's also in the side story. This is from Paradise Lost, one of the 0001, What Makes the Sky Blue 2, I think, or is it What Makes the Sky Blue 1? One of those. Easy to get. You can see my 2023, I think, 2022 guide video or 2023 guide video for where to get all these summons, because I did give a general direction on what to farm. By the way, if you're watching this, that video is still relevant because you haven't unlocked M3. Once you unlock M3, it's not as relevant. So that one is just the basis on how you set up a M2 grid. Right? There's a bare minimum lowest tier grid right now. M1 is getting kinda altered out in many sense of the word. There are some grids which can still stand of time, but I don't think it will be that general anymore. It's very niche if you actually use M1 for a certain specific case. So yeah. As for sub-aura summons, for all you know, sub-aura summons actually it's not very necessary, but I do have this at SSR. If you have the Arcane characters at SR, just put them here because they don't have a raw stat HP attack, but they do have the sub-aura amplify that still works even on lower levels, so you should lock them in. Because I don't think early game you have a lot of ways to get a sub-aura. Sure, if you can get a Tiamat Omega to 210, but provided if you're doing that, then I don't think you have much reason to see the guard, because Alexiel is probably one of the easiest M2 bosses to fight compared to the remaining, the 6 others that is there. Right? I think personally the hardest is Metatron and Avatar, or they have instant kill mechanics. So yeah. Now for Wind has always been blessed with good Magna grids, to the point that I feel that it's very stable. Generally speaking, they have decent HP, they have decent damage, they have one of the best free-to-play skill support setup, they have good Majesty crit setups, they have just all in all very roundabout good stuff to have, right? So yeah, as you can see, this is just a standard grid that I have built up with Relic Buster, which you can also gain for free in one of the events in the side story now. So if you do not have Relic Buster, just go into a side story, get finished, clear that event, get the Relic Buster. Relic Buster is one of the most OP classes, and they are giving you for free in the side stories. What better not than to hook you up with one of the best classes for a lot of the modes right now. Especially if you have a well-built grid, it can do a lot of bursting. So for this case, we are doing it for full auto, but just to note, if you do not have Relic Buster, go get the Relic Buster from the side stories. You can rush through the main story to a certain point, go into the side story, rush to the Relic Buster side story. I don't recall which one is it now, but I think it was a recent addition. So it's not in my previous guide, but if it was in my previous guide, yeah, it is basically in the side stories now. So this is how you want to get the setup done basically. For my skills, I'm using Miserable Mist, Rage Tree, the standard, debuffing and buffing. It's very useful before raids that can cleanse themselves. So this is still part of the raid that doesn't cleanse themselves, so it's pretty good. And Tactical Shield, which gives yourself a little bit more survivability, debuff immunity, armor effect, etc, etc. If you do have a lot of like no risk factor, you are very stable, you can just use Limit Burst and you gain yourself a lot more charge bar. Though it's not that great in my opinion because of the long cooldown. And especially on full auto, long cooldown is kind of a bad thing. But if you have Ultimate Mastery as well, another thing you can have is this one, which is Brutal Cell. Brutal Cell is pretty good because it auto activates wherever you have 3 Brutal Cells to activate at that turn. It also gives a delay effect, so the boss will not be able to use their abilities often, and obviously remove 1 buff, which is very helpful in Alexiel case because she does put up annoying shield sometimes. So this is actually not a bad ability to have. But to get UM, you usually need a lot of heavy materials to get into investing into the class, which usually early game players will not have the ability to. I can definitely get it, but I'm not getting it. Okay, so that further than said, that is all our setup. Extended Mastery, obviously you guys will probably not have access to most of this, but the difference factor should be damage cap, which I have and you guys do not have. But in a lot of scenarios, because you guys do not have Opus, you probably wouldn't hit the cap that easily, so you don't need to worry about that. The only thing that you'll miss out is probably some defense and some HP. This kind of total party HP and the defense, those are the main factor. The CA damage doesn't really do much at all, to be honest. Triple attack is probably doing more. So yeah. And for the party, I have Monica, which is you can get from Arcarium, kanade from the, I believe, Cinderella, what's that side story event called? I believe I did recommend one of this inside Idol Master. Yeah, Idol Master as one of them, and you can get it pretty easily. And they are probably in the side story, I think. Kanade should be a side story. I remember she's Idol Master, so if she isn't released as of now, I think she'll be released in the future, so yeah. But I believe this was from an Idol Master side story, so you should get her if you can. She's okay for free to play. She does a lot of buffing, refresh, uplift, healing, cat boosting, and there's also this random debuff which you can or you can choose not to use. Up to you, to be fair. So yeah, and then we have Kokoro, which is the budget Neo for the past, or the budget. It's basically a budget buffer. Like, this is what I used to use for a very long time, so she is pretty decent. I think she was a staple in my old teams because she has the ability to heal, boost special buff, supplemental damage, boost charge bar, deal decent damage, and of course have a high multi-attack rate increase, which helps in consistency in your multi-attack rate, which if you are very early in the game, you probably have a lot of double attacks, not much triple attacks. This kind of characters helps a lot to increase your consistency. Whereas the further in you are in the game, you can actually have other weapons that increase your triple attack rate marginally higher, or buffs that allow you to surpass that, so you don't really need to care. Nowadays, most character has a high triple attack rate or inbuilt guaranteed triple attack or double attack. So, but for the purpose of this demonstration, we do not have that, so we will use this. And then for weapons, we have Rise of the Beast. You can use the bow at 150. It will still be fine. It's a progression weapon, so it's going to last 10 turns, so it's going to make full use of this effect. We have 2 area bigs, which you should farm. It's one of the best win weapons right now still. Even with the Ascension of M3 with a tempering, this is still better most of the time if you are not using double Tiamat. And you still can eat Happy XQ, so that's a bonus. As for the anniversary event, I think last year they gave one, this year probably will give another one. And Cruiser is the only one you needed to farm in that aspect. And then we have a Draconic, which is used to supplement for Opus. If you have Opus, you can get Opus. Opus is easy to farm up to S level 15. Once you have skill level 15, it does decent. It's not the ideal, but you should get the S level 20. If you do not have it, try to get Draconic. Draconic is also decent as well, and it's a very defensive tool, which most of the time Guild War will use, so you should farm it. Seraphic weapon for the win. This I use a Sephora Emerald Sword from the Arcarium, because I have no clue like what other like weapons I should put here, so I just put this because this is like the best you can put. You can obviously put M3 weapon. There's a one M3 weapon that has 0.3 as well, but has another more sinister one which minus 20% of HP of your current HP, not max HP, and then it will boost your damage by a lot. If you feel free, you can change this for that, because the second skill of this is quite bad, and honestly that works better in this case. And then we have the last ROTB, Spring Whispering, which is basically a Grimnir Harp but with a little bit more attack rate, and yeah, in general, not so much stamina in a sense, but you get might and heroism. But you don't use this though, you can go change for a third Grimnir Harp if you indeed do have it. And then that is the grid, right? So called, this is all the setup you need, and being that Win has already been kind of stable in the onset ever since with pre-M3, even M2 has been pretty stable. For Magna especially, you can probably just do this and be done. So yeah, I wish you a good luck in your grind, because this is probably the easiest of all of the M2 raids. I cannot stress enough, if you haven't do the solo battle, please do. And with that said, I will lead you all to the battle that I recorded some time ago, and this will allow you to see whether you want to do this or not, because it's just a 12 minutes raid battle. But it's full auto-over, so at least you don't need to worry about it, and it's all farmable character or free characters you can get. What more could you want? You can do this and sit somewhere else, play your other games, come back and you get your achievement. Good, isn't it? Okay, yeah. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you do enjoy this kind of content, please do press the like button down below, press the subscribe down below so that whenever I stream or upload, you'll be notified. Press the notification bell down below as well so that whenever I do my Gorilla streams, you're personalized to be notified. And then do comment down below if this kind of guide helps you, right? Because speaking of, this is probably the easiest one out of them, and I don't need to worry that much in terms of going wrong. So yeah, I tested, it's all full HP runs here. Okay, and I'll see you on the next M2 guide. Bye bye.
子は無力だからこそ共に戦う。指揮者のように落ち着いていきましょう。私がそばにおります。突風が吹いて安寧秩序を守り抜く。私の剣に弱さはないぞ。畳みかけますよ。負けていられません。覚悟か。それはかわせるか。ガードはガーッと崩しましょう。旋風試練烈光弾ディバインブリース。光のご加護。どうだ。お手やこれを受けてみりょう。それそれそれ。はっはっ。見よ、これが真剣の力。恋風、恋風。覚悟か。や輝け人狂。これを受けてみりょ。私の剣に弱さはないぞ。畳みかけますよ。旋風試練烈光弾ディバインブリース。光のご加護。どうだ。ダークな野望は安寧秩序を守り抜く。覚悟か。それ行きまはでいや。突風が吹いてストップ。それやかわせるか。お手柔らかにお願いします。子は無力だからこそと落ち着いていきましょう。私がそばにおります。ガードはガーッと負けていられません。旋風試練烈光弾ディバインブリース。光のご加護。行け。私の活躍に私の剣に弱さはないぞ。畳みかけますよ。行きまいや人狂展開。秩序ワンツースリープ。覚悟か。行きまは準備は万端です。私の活躍に安寧秩序を守り抜く。旋風試練烈光弾ディバインブリース。 光のご加護を。お手やダークな野望は打ち砕く。行きまやえはっ
押し負けているだと。どうだ、かわせるか。
秩序を乱す輩に容赦はしない。ガードはガード。私の剣に弱さはないぞ。畳みかけますよ。行きまはっ
どうだ。
あなたを風が吹いてストップ。ディバインブリース。光のご加護を。
かわせるか。
覚悟はいいか。子は無力だからこそと。落ち着いていきましょう。私がそばにおります。恋風負けていられません。旋風試練烈光弾。はっお手柔らかにお願いします。指揮者のように。私の活躍に安寧秩序を守り抜く。ディバインブリース。光のご加護を。
どうだ。
覚悟恋風。私の剣に弱さはないぞ。畳みかけますよ。旋風試練烈光弾。それや
これ以上の進行もはや見逃すまい。
私の活躍にこうでたい。はっや
我が王に耐えられるか。
恋風行きます。それ行きます。光のご加護を。
かわせるか。
ワン、ツー、スリープ。ディバインブリース。はっ覚悟はいいか。安寧秩序を守り抜く。私の剣に弱さはないぞ。畳みかけますよ。旋風試練烈光弾。行きます。はっや
照らせ陣境。あなたのものなどない。
準備は万端です。子は無力だからこそと。落ち着いていきましょう。私がそばにおります。恋風負けていられません。それ行きます。光のご加護を。
かわせるか。
秩序。突風が吹いてストップ。旋風試練烈光弾。
ディバインブリース。
はっ
どうだ。
ダークな野望は私の剣に弱さはないぞ。行きます。それ光のご加護を。私の 躍に安寧秩序を守り抜く。畳みかけますよ。行きます。それやはは
逃れられると思うな。
あなたに届きますように。ガードはガーッと崩しましょう。旋風試練烈光弾ディバインブリースやは
我が奥義耐えられるか。
準備。私の剣に弱さはないぞ。行きます。光のご加護。
逃れられると思うな。
秩序は無力だからこそと私の活躍にこう撃退。それ行きます。やは
我が奥義耐えられるか。
ご命令を完璧に遂行し、落ち着いていきましょう。私がそばにいます。ワン、ツー、安寧秩序を守り抜く。畳みかけますよ。負けていられません。旋風試練烈光弾ディバインブリース光のご加護。ガードはガーッと崩しましょう。行きます。や防ぎきれん。指揮者のように恋風。私の剣に弱さはないぞ。行きます。それは
どうだどうだ。
あなたを風が吹いてストップ。旋風試練烈光弾ディバインブリース光のご加護。
逃れられると思うな。
ご命令これを受けてみ了。安寧秩序を守り抜く。畳みかけますよ。